What is up, everybody? I'm Get Flanked, and today I have a step-by-step guide with some tips for the quest Fishing Gear and Escape from Tarkov. I'm doing this in a custom game. We'll be able to get right to the point and make this as short as possible. But this is a quest that I do want to give you some advice on because it can be really frustrating. You have to stash the SV98 and the multi-tool at the hidden boat. And if you die before placing it, you have to start all over, and SV98s can be pretty expensive at this point in the wipe. So you want to get this done on the first time, and I have some tips for you that can help with that. But first things first, okay? We have to figure out exactly where we are on the map, okay? So I'm looking around here. This is a landmark that I'm seeing, and then I'm going to go to the map and try to find, all right? So let's head to the map right now. Okay, looking at the map of Shoreline, and I am actually right here. You can see this tower. So that's the landmark that I'm standing next to, and that's where I am located on the map, okay? Where I need to go for this task to plant it is right down here, okay? So the easy way to remember Shoreline, if you don't know this at all, is if you head downhill, if you head south, you're eventually going to hit the water and can't go any further. Then you can follow this road. Now, if you're on this side of the map, you're going to follow it to the, it would be your left as you're coming down the hill. And in the big landmark is going to be the gas station down here and the pier. If you see the pier before the gas station, you know you have to go a little bit further. If you see the gas station, you know that the hidden boat is directly below the gas station on the water. Okay, so that's where we're going to be heading. As far as inventory recommendations, you can see what I'm running here. I have the SV98 equipped in my weapon slot. I've got the multi-tool in my special slots. This allows me, if I die, I won't at least lose the multi-tool. There's nothing you can do about the SV98, but the multi-tool placed up here, it doesn't take up an inventory slot, and you won't lose it if you die. Beyond that, you know, you would treat it like a normal raid, unless, you know, you're trying to do a pistol run, which I don't recommend. I don't recommend doing this task with a pistol run, because you want to be able to defend yourself if you run into somebody. You don't want to have to start over. And that's the big thing to consider. So, as we're running down to the location here, I want to go over a couple of tips I can give you for this quest. And I don't like saying this because I don't think the game is as fun when you play it this way. Well, but this is one of those tasks where I'm not ashamed to just spawn in and go sit in a bush or behind a rock or something for like 20 minutes. And then after 20 minutes, you get up, you drink your water, you eat something, and then you go complete the task. And the reason for that is after 20 minutes on Shoreline, the quest really calms down. The hardest part on Shoreline, in my opinion, is when the raid first starts and you've got people everywhere. The spawns can be really tricky. You can spawn really close to people. That's how you're gonna die a lot, is in the first couple of minutes of a Shoreline raid. The other thing with that is there's a lot of people that are doing this quest in early wipe. So you're going to run into people down here at this pier. It can be a very busy area. So if you just go somewhere where you're safe, and kind of lay down prone or get behind a wall or something like that, wait 20 minutes and then try it, you can definitely have more success with this. And again, I don't think the game is as fun when you play it that way, but it is. There are a few quests in the game that I'm not ashamed to do it that way. The other thing is you can try it at night. Now, if you don't know Shoreline at all, if you don't know the map, probably wouldn't recommend that because it can be very tough to get around at night. It can add to the complexity of the map. So, you know, try that at your own risk, I guess you could say, and depending on how well you know the map. But if you do it at night, you're much less likely to maybe get in a gunfight, because, you know, people are, most of the time, if people are running this map at night, early wipe, they're trying to go up to the resort and get good loot. A lot of people will do those night raids. They're not going to bother you down here as much. So we're heading downhill, and we have made it down to the water, so we're getting close here. Okay. Now, if this was a real raid with, you know, people in it, I probably wouldn't come down to the water and run the road like this. I would stay on the hillside and go a little bit further over. But honestly, like, I mean, hugging it right here isn't too bad. You know, if you're right here, you're exposed to the people over at pier, but you're hidden by this rock. So hugging it right here isn't actually too bad. Just be careful being too far up on the hill because you can start getting long lines of sight there. So if you're going to walk the hillside, you know, maybe this spot or a little bit higher up would be okay. All right, so we are getting close to where we can cross. This is probably the scariest part of crossing right here. And you can cross at that log, it looks like. That's new, this wipe. And there's also a cross point up top as well. So we're crossing right here. This is gas. So you know when you see gas and you see the smoke, it's directly down from that. There's these little things that pop out. It's not that one. Look for the boat. Right there, you can see the boat. We're gonna head over. We're gonna place. And you have to sit here and just place it. And this is what scares people. Will camp this and just, you know, hit you in the head as you're placing it. So be aware. It can be frustrating. Also, if you move, you have to reset the time. So you just sit here and you place. Now, one trick I will give you is that when you place and you're getting ready to place your other item, if you open your inventory real quick, it will allow you to place it quicker. You don't get the command immediately after you've placed, but if you open the inventory, close it, you get the command again to place. That's a little bit of a way of doing it a little bit faster. But this is definitely one of those moments where you're placing and the anxiety is at, you know, the Tarkov levels of anxiety. Just wondering if there's somebody up on the hill looking at you, getting ready to dome you. One of those Tarkov moments for sure. Subtask completed. I guess maybe you do have, you're good as far as placing them, but you do have to extract in order to complete the quest. If you die now after you place them, you'll just have to come back to shoreline and extract. I think that's the way that it works. So let's head over to extract. All right, here we are at the tunnel extract. We got out. Fishing gear is ready to be completed. All right, so there you go. That's fishing gear. Again, one that you definitely want to get done the first attempt. You don't want to have to be buying SV98s over and over again because you're dying while doing this. Don't be afraid to take your time with this and go super slow. Let the shoreline raids calm down. Hopefully this helps you. If you enjoyed, make sure you like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.